So first we have a product design and manufacturing company in Wisconsin. And they said, I'm working on a medical device, a mobile cart device, and the cart will use a bar type handle, a formed tube to move it. Ideally, the material will be stainless steel, but we have considered nickel plated steel. Stainless steel costs more than nickel plated steel, so we're looking to keep the material cost down. Since nickel is one of the California Prop 65 substances, are there other considerations we might be overlooking? What type of label would this case require?
Okay, yeah. So nickel is on the Prop 65 list. And there's various types of nickel products, nickel compounds. And I think it was in the last couple of years, OEHA changed or added an endpoint for nickel compounds to include soluble nickel compounds, which was a kind of a very particular sort of situation to address reproductive and developmental toxicity. Now, when you're looking at, a steel, a nickel-plated steel bar or tube that you're using for a product like that, ultimately you would know what goes into it. So if you're, the bar, your suppliers will provide information. If nickel is the only chemical that you know is on the list that's in that tube, then I would suggest probably to have it tested. There's ways to do that with wipe tests where they just use simulated like sweat or certain type of solvents to basically wipe down the bar and see how much comes off. And if a certain amount comes off, then you would say, okay, there's a potential for exposure. You can either warn at that point, or you do an exposure assessment to basically say, look, it doesn't exceed the safe harbor levels. Or if nothing comes off with the wipe test, you could basically that basically indicates that there isn't an exposure. And nickel plated steel is going to be quite rigid and durable, and it's not under most circumstances going to be leaching out all sorts of component materials. But if it doesn't come back with any detected nickel, then basically it means that there's no exposure, and you don't need to worry about that from that handle tube component. So again, it's just looking at, is there an exposure or not?
Learn more by viewing the full-length video online at greensofttech.com/videos. Plus, learn about our environmental regulation solutions online at greensofttech.com.